Hello, my name is Trevor Wilson, and today I'll explain why I am pro-choice and why I believe abortion should be legal in the United States of America. Before I get started, I'd like to give the basic definition of an abortion. An abortion is the ending of a pregnancy by removing the fetus before it survives outside of the uterus. I'm going to split this into three parts: misconceptions about abortions, what would happen if abortion was illegal in all 50 states in America, and why it should be legal in the United States of America. First, I'm going to talk about the misconceptions people do have about abortions and what it means. So, when you debate against someone who's pro-life, they'll most likely tell you that people should not be having sex if if they're not willing to take the risk of an abortion. I like to debate that because it was more responsible to have an abortion if someone cannot take care of a child if they're not financially ready, emotionally ready to take on a challenge that comes along with having a baby. While at that, according to the Center of Disease Control, 91% of abortions took place less than 13 weeks, and that's the first trimester of a pregnancy. 7.6% of abortions are performed within 14 to 20 weeks of that pregnancy, and only 1.1 are performed after 21 weeks. So when one says abortion is always late or is killing the baby, I have to argue that because 91% of abortions are done when it's not even a human being yet. Then I like to say why I am pro-choice and why I believe abortion should be legal. I believe abortion is a fundamental right that woman has to control over her own body. I believe the government, no one, no man, should tell women what she could do or what she should do with her body. I feel like if that right is taken away, then we just lost our women just lost their fundamental right. Also, the Supreme Court even said abortion is legal. Roe versus Wade, that took place in the 20th century, the Supreme Court stated that abortion is legal in the United States of America. Now I'll be explaining why I believe if abortion becomes illegal, what it could do to our society. Abortion was considered in biblical times also. We tend to forget that, but many people in biblical times wanted abortions, they didn't, but they would kill themselves along with the baby. I believe if abortion became illegal, that will only harm the wives, the women's, and the babies. Abortion should be safe and should be legal. I know you can't take away something and expect people not to still feel a certain way. People get guns under the black market or however they choose to, legal or illegal. Same with abortions. Abortions can be done illegally or legal. It's just up to how we want to make it. Lastly, I like just to explain that abortion is still a fundamental right that women should have. And I feel many people get confused with the term pro-abortion and pro-choice. One could be pro-choice but not have an abortion. That's just a misconception majority of people have. Also, I'm talking about counter arguments that I know I have received multiple times while talking about this debate. I heard multiple times that if a woman is not ready or she's having sex willingly, she's taking the risk of getting pregnant. And then I believe that's just unfair because a child can come out, they can have it, and the woman will be miserable and neglect that child. And we do not need that in this country. Here's a stat that I like to give out. Gutmaster.org, 40% of women die each year because of complications of unsafe abortions. 47% of unsafe, illegal abortions. That is not what any lady should have to go through. They should feel confident they have a doctor or medical staff beside them willingly to help them out through the struggle that they would go through. Making abortions illegal would not stop it, nor would do anything to make it worse. I believe Roe versus Wade. I believe that we should keep it legal. I believe we should keep fighting for this. Lastly, I'd like to just say I am pro-choice, but I would never have an abortion if it's up to me. But I do believe women should have that fundamental right